Hey everyone, John O'Loughlin, the O-Team Real Estate. How you doing? We are going to start a series of videos where I kind of talk about real estate topics that are important to me and I think are going to help you along your real estate journey. And today we're going to jump right in. One of the big questions I get all the time is, why do we have a team? Where does a real estate team come from? Why can it help you? What are the benefits to having a team? Why did I start a team? And what do I think the future looks like for real estate and teams? So let's jump right into it. In the meantime, hey, if you have any real estate needs, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, you have any concerns, you need advice, you're looking to buy a house, you're looking to sell a house, whatever it is, jump over to wearetheoteam.com. You can check out myself there. You don't like me? Great. We've got a whole team, and that's what we're going to talk about. We've got Brenda, we've got Brooke, we've got Julie, we've got Melissa, we've got a whole bunch of different people on there that each one of us is tailored to do different parts of this real estate business to best serve your needs. So if I can't do it perfectly, if I've got someone else, then we tag and then we bring them in. So let's jump into it. Okay, we are the O-Team. We are a team within Keller Williams Real Estate, and we've been in business now for about 15, 16 years. And that's when I started. The team started back in about like 2017 or so. And what is a real estate team? So in the state of Wisconsin, we all have to work as part of a brokerage, right? And what that means is that there is a company that has a specific special license that says you're a real estate broker, which means that you have people that are allowed to work underneath of you. Those people are called real estate salespersons. When you have a salesperson's license, you have to work underneath a brokerage. So in essence, a real estate brokerage, is basically like a really big real estate team. And what I found years ago when I started doing this business is that I got busier, and the amount of people that I started to serve and that I started to help out became wider and bigger, that I needed more help. So you start off and you maybe hire an assistant, or you might hire like a newer agent to help you represent buyers and take people out to look at homes. And so what a real estate team really is a smaller group of people dedicated to serving the same group of clientele at a higher level of professionalism. Because what I found was, as I got busier, I wasn't able to deliver the same level of service and professionalism that I expected and I needed to deliver to my clients. So if I couldn't do it myself, I'm like, well, how do I figure this out? So I brought in a team, and that's where it all started. The very, very first member of my team was Karen Barris. We partnered up, and she was in real estate a lot longer than I was. And with that partnership, what I learned was that she kind of had an older school version of what it meant to practice real estate and help customers out, and I had a newer version, a more like kind of tech savvy, a little bit more modern of approach. And the really great thing that I found was, by like blending us together, I was able to, and she was able to, really tap into what it meant to serve clients in a truly in a new, unique way, because we had two very unique perspectives. So that's where the kind of team came from. The concept of a real estate team within a brokerage, especially in kind of the Wisconsin area, is relatively new. When I started it in 2017, I can't count on one hand the number of teams that I even knew about in the state of Wisconsin. There were a few different people kind of loosely calling themselves teams, and if you've been paying any attention at all, any advertising or or on Facebook or social media or whatever it is, you're seeing this concept of a real estate team really grow. And I think it's because the industry and the industry leaders and the professionals really noticed how much more effective it was to service your clients at that higher level with the help of with others. It's been really exciting to kind of watch that happen and watch that grow. So what's the difference between an individual agent and a team, a real estate team? Well, essentially, we all do the same things, right? We're going to help find a home for our client, right? We're going to help draft an offer to purchase for that home. We're going to walk them through each individual step along the way through that offer. Once that offer gets accepted, before it gets accepted, we're going to negotiate that offer. We're going to try to get the very, very best terms we can for our clients. What does that mean? Well, that means the best price that we can get for them. That means the closing date that they want, the protections that are built into offers to protect our clients, our buyers or our sellers. We negotiate those terms. And that's a major thing that people forget about in the process is, finding the house is great. Going out and looking at homes is very fun. Drafting the offer, that's pretty fun too. Most people don't like that. I'm kind of a nerd. I love the offer side of the equation. I like drafting the offers. I like the language within the offers. My favorite part is negotiating. So going back and forth between all of the parties and trying to find that common ground. And maybe, just maybe, if I do a good job, I can get slightly better terms than what we were hoping for between my client and I. And that's my job, right? My job is to negotiate the best possible terms for my buyer, for my client. So what's the difference? So single agents do all of those things, right? If you're an individual agent, you do all those things. You walk people and help them out through the home inspections, getting titles ordered, title search and holds ordered, right? And walking through what all of those what it means and what a title is. And let's see, what else is in the offers? So home inspections, how about financing? That's a big one. Walking through and giving guidance on who to use as a lender, how to pick a lender, what terms, what type of loan you're going to get, how much money down you're going to get, what type of interest rate to look forward to. All of those things we have expertise in as an individual agent or a team, right? Those are things that we pride ourselves on. And then we walk you through until closing, right? So we're going to be there the day of closing. We're going to walk through the home with you, make sure everything is as it was when you put the offer in, as the day you close. So through that whole process, that is a plethora of information, right? That's so many different steps along the way. And when you're working with a client and you have one client, that's okay. You can do that. You're there and you're fully focused. And I think you as an individual agent can get very good at each one of those steps. What happens if you want to get great at one step? If I want to focus on just the negotiation, that's the part that I like the best. I want to negotiate the best for my clients. I want to study the art of negotiation. I want to learn as much as I can about different strategies to negotiate for my clients the best possible way that I can. That's exciting. Like that, if I'm an individual agent, I might not be able to spend as much time on that because I have to be good at all elements of the transaction, right? So as a team, we can say, hey, this person's very, very good at showing homes. They're very good at being available. They're very good at being prompt. They're very good at finding comparable houses and coming up with price strategies on how on the home's value. There's certain people that are very good at, once you have that, then negotiating the process. Some of us are great at writing the offers. Some of us are very good at dissecting the results of a home inspection. And that's the part that a team can give you, is an individualized specialty in each one of those components, right? So for example, Janet on our team is a expert at managing the dates and times of a transaction. We call that transaction coordination. So putting all of those pieces of those offers together and putting them in timelines and making sure that we meet all of those timelines, that's her job. She's the best at that. She's the best on our team at that process. So she does that. I'm not the best at that. So I'm able to leverage her power and her strength to benefit all of our clients and my clients and other team members' clients, because that's what she's good at. So in a nutshell, that's my pitch, right? My pitch is, this is why to work with a team, because the benefits that you get as a buyer, as a seller, far outweigh, in my opinion, that of when you're working with an individual agent. So we've talked at length. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about my work. I'm very passionate about my team. I've made this a work. This is my job, but it's also a passion of mine. And the people that I surround myself with, my team, our team, I think all operate at that very high level of skill and passion. And I think that what I found is, by combining those two things, we've really done a really great job of servicing our clients professionally and having that personal connection as well. If you want to talk more about this, I could just ramble on for a long time. I would love to talk about it. Call me up, buy a cup of coffee, sit down and chat about real estate. I don't care if you're buying now, if you're selling now, it doesn't matter. I like talking about this stuff. It matters a lot to me. And I'm really looking forward to an exciting journey with these videos. This is something new for me. This is my first one that I've done like this. I'm not at all nervous, and I'm excited to keep going on this process. My name is John O'Laughlin. I am a part of the O team at Keller Williams, and we'd love to chat. Reach out to us. We are theoteam.com. We are theoteam.com. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, everyone.